Hello everyone and welcome to the Hadassah tree. I am starting this little portion of our aromatherapy, exploring this week, probably next week too, about focus and motivation. So yeah, focus is a little bit leaves a little bit to be desired. But again, you gotta use it or lose it. So I'm gonna pop a little bit of motivation, a little bit of focus for me right now, you guys, while you're watching. And I'm still getting used to the filming things that I'm using. So just so you guys know, I'm doing things in the background here too, and just trying to figure out what it is that I'm doing. So what I want to do is, let me store my recorder, and I also have a little box here. We do group meetings on Wednesday nights. It's natural living that the group meetings are in, and currently we're focusing on aromatherapy, which touches on essential oils, which is what I just put in my hands. I just put some peppermint in my hands because I need to get energized to get through this meeting tonight. I don't know about you guys, but I've been up since like 5 o'clock this morning, and it's 7 o'clock in the evening now. Okay, and so I wanted to come to you guys. I've redesigned the website, and I'm always redoing something somewhere in some way. I'll be smelling this for a while. Anyway, I'm always redoing something in some way, but I redesigned it. I opened it up, and you'll go to hadassahtree.com when you get to this video. And I think we're on the 4th of 6 series posts that I'm doing on aromatherapy. First 3 were pretty much the introduction. First one was the introduction to what aromatherapy is, and then the next 2 go on to explain what emotional aromatherapy is. And in case you don't know it, there is a difference between just regular aromatherapy and emotional aromatherapy, and one is that it's more targeted than the other. And what we're doing tonight is another part of targeted use of essential oils, because we're going for focus and motivation. So this is what we're going to talk about tonight, and I wanted to let you know, here's our links that you can reach different areas on the website. Tonight, if you just go to hadassahtree.com, scroll down past the banner here that goes through different posts, past compassion, what Hadassah is, and you'll go straight to focus, motivation, and essential oils. And I'm just going to go ahead and open with this video for us all, and then we can go on from there. From there, we're going to go on to the group where we meet at, where I upload most of the materials that we're going to use. But we'll go through the opening video. I may want to touch on the article a little bit. I'm not really sure at this point, but let's open up here and see what we're looking at. All right, so I'm gonna scroll down. We're gonna read more here. And then I have another presentation. But you know what? Honestly, I did not bring it up. I may have it linked in the group. I'm not really sure yet. And even if I do have it linked up, I'm not sure if I can get it on the screen. So we'll just have to stumble and trip our way through it. That's kind of a slow browser I've got here. So here we are to the article that I posted to introduce us to Aroma and focus and motivation and the role they play in our day, in as much as we can support our our emotional states and actually kind of manipulate the mood or the environment of perhaps the room that we're in, or something like that, where maybe you're at work, or your teacher, or you're at school, and you want everybody around you to be a little bit more I don't know, easier to deal with. Just douse yourself with certain oils and see what happens, right? Anyway, we're gonna look at, well, this is what I wrote about. I'll let you guys come back on your own time. I'll make sure there's anything I need to explain here. This is what I mean about the air of the place. So if we're faced with a task that we're having difficulty starting, completing, or just tackling it at all, how can essential oils help? Well, also, let's say you're in a group, maybe at work, and you're on a team, and the whole team is having trouble focusing, right? Getting grounded into what it is you guys are trying to do. Just nobody can do it. It's easy to do today. There are a ton of distractions. So you can take some of your essential oils and diffuse it in the room. Okay, so we're not meeting because of COVID. So you send out your team something that looks like this. I don't know if you can see that. Send them out a little bottle of whatever, whatever it is that you want to use, or what they use, which is what we talk about here too. A little bit farther down, we've got individuality and aromas. It's very important to understand that different aromas work better for different people based on different memories, chemical foundations, makeup, just everything, really, honestly. And so when it comes down to that, different people respond differently to different compounds, which is the exact same thing in pharmaceuticals also. So it's not something that's unique to oils or to a natural aroma. So anyway, practically anytime we experience an aroma, our brain makes a connection based on a memory or experience. And because of this, no two people will have an identical reaction to a single aroma or odor. Each of us has unique memories and experiences. So when we encounter an aroma, our brain makes a unique connection and produces a custom response. However, because some aromas have specific chemical compounds that are known to produce a general type of response, either positive or negative, calming or uplifting, it's still possible to harness the power of smell to elicit a desired response. And this is what I'm talking about. So if you need your team mates to be on board as much as you are, send them out some sample vials, get a hold of me. I have kits. I don't have a page yet I'm still working on a page for you guys to go to, but I call them my experience box. And the experience boxes are a kit. I haven't fully figured them out, like how many experiences will be in each kit, or what types of experiences that I'll have available. But that is something you'll want to do, is get an experience for each of your team members. the people in your house who you want a little bit more cooperation from, let's say. Again, you know, if you have to be a little covert about it, about, you know, finding out which oils work best for who, you know, again, let me know. We do have, I do have methods for charting, and we should be able to come up with some way to manage or chart your specific situation depending on what it is you're trying to evaluate. So again, let me know. Moving on, I have listed some diffuser blends for feelings of focus and blends for helping out with motivation. And these are just suggestions. Each of the number, if you click over any of these boxes, any of these photo boxes with a picture in it, except for that one. If you click over any of them, like this one, I love this one, you guys. This one will tell you, it just breaks down into different categories. The wheel that we've been looking at with different information, well, kind of really similarly the same information, just their main chemical constituents, but the same information, just looking at it a different way. I love it, I really do. So if you just click on the pictures, again, this is the pathway that causes aromas to actually be able to reach our limbic system, which, by the way, you guys, also is responsible, and as much as it's responsible for memory and emotion, it's also responsible for, guess what? Adrenal function, and that has to do with our energy levels, guys. Do you see why we can sniff a compound and get energizing from it? Because if it is truly in control, the limbic, if adrenals are in the limbic system and the limbic system is affected by the olfactory, what we smell, then absolutely, that is the reason why, chemically speaking, at least scientifically speaking, why we get energized. Focus. You know, if you think about it, when our stress levels are eliminated or, you know, dealt with on some levels, we actually find that we like the things that we do. It's only when we're really bogged down that we tend to not want to do anything. And then we don't even want to do the things we enjoy, and the depression comes on and whatnot. But when you think about it, when you're eliminating that heaviness through an artificial means, you're still getting there, and getting there, lifting up those low, negative, dark, heavy feelings is the first step to correcting and altering our motivation, because now we're feeling better. And, you know, I think everyone has it in themselves somewhere to find some gratification for whatever it is they're doing, unless it's, you know, slinging crap. But then even then, I bet somebody could find something wonderful in the job to be happy about. But anyway, if you just click over these, I want to show you this one. Diffuser blends for feelings of focus. So here's just some blends, and this is going to be the amount of drops that you'll put in your diffuser. You want to, you know, if you're worried about the amount in each, go by the directions, the instructions on your unit. Start with just an experience. Once again, here we go. I haven't gotten it all figured out, but I have got you guys a box where you can send me your name, your email, your phone number. I really will need your phone number. It's really important. Trying to text message back and forth on some of this information just doesn't work out well. So you'd let me know which blends you want here and which single oils you want to try. Be advised, please, that I do charge for shipping and handling, but the oils are free. I have you agree to the terms of use here. You're welcome to click on that to find out what they are, and then please let me know any other questions that you've got, and we'll we'll talk about it. And, you know, none of the statements that are made here about natural things have been evaluated by the FDA, as have none anywhere. None of the products or the aromas or any of the things that we talk about in our videos, in our meetings, are intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases. So just FYI right off the bat. The next thing that we're going to do, I do not have a group link here on these pages, and oh yeah, I do. Oh, I just fixed it tonight, you guys. If you will scroll to the very top of the website, find the heart. If you click on the heart, let's see. Yeah. It brings us up to, it will bring you to the page in our social media, and in that page you will find shares from the group. So you'll be looking for the group Natural Living. So that's what you're going to want to do there. And then over here is actually our this is our Natural Living group. Let me make sure I've got this situated here. Yeah, I'm just checking to make sure I've got everything the way I want it. Okay, sure. Let me move this out of the way here. So here we are at our Natural Living, and this is where I've uploaded some of the articles of interest that I wanted to go over really quickly tonight. That would be 7 calming essential oils, and peppermint essential oil and cognitive function essential oils for focus and memory. And then again, I've got our little short video intro here. And I wanted to also show you over here in the left panel, these are our events. This is where if you can't find what we're doing, what I'm sharing in the group, go to the event. Here is actually the this is the presentation that I want to give tonight. It's just short. I think this is a short one. I don't know. Putting these together, it gets a little confusing when I've got to break one sheet down or one area down into 3 different areas, or 2 or whatever. So anyway, I think I got this right. But if you'll scroll down just a little bit farther in our events, you will see we've got your this is the PDF that actually goes not with the presentation, but it goes with the whole topic itself, the whole subject of focus and motivation with essential oils, but it's really with use of aromas, however you can extract the aroma from the plant. Now I've got 2, there's this handout 1 and handout 2. It's the front and the back side of some recipes for, I think, I can't remember. Let's open it up. Oh, let's not open it up right now. But I can't remember if it's focus and motivation or just one or the other. Anyway, I'm sure you guys will find out. Somebody let me know. And here again is just some of those things. But anyway, we are in our group, and I want to open this up and try to give this little video just cover again this meeting, this slide. So once I open this slide up, you guys, and I get it started, the only way that I can get you back is to escape out of it. So ready to go. And I'm just going to read through I think there's like 7 or 8, maybe 9 slides. Now, hopefully, we're all able to see this. And The ability to feel focused and motivated, again, is essential for success no matter what type of task you're hoping to accomplish. Now, whether you're in grade school trying to finish a math problem, or you own your own business and you're trying to balance your books, or maybe you're even just an artist, or you write and you're trying to create. Maybe you're a parent trying to make a long to-do list. If you don't have enough concentration and inspiration and enthusiasm, you'll find it hard to get the job done. Oh, see, now here's where I'm. Right. Oh, there we go. Okay, so today we'll discuss a few ways that aromas or essential oils, aromas from essential oils, can potentially help promote feelings of focus and motivation in order to help you accomplish your goals. I will be reading from my sheet just until I have more practice at this. This is how I'll be doing it. So anyway, I'm going to try again to move to the next slide. So it should come as no surprise to any of us that our mood and emotions are major factors. Again, like we were saying, when it comes to being focused and motivated. In most cases, our emotions either work in our favor to help us accomplish these tasks, or they become an obstacle that stand in our way of getting things done. Now, we know that emotions can influence our quality of life. Every day, we're faced with experiences, decisions, and outside factors that can shape and influence our mood. As humans, we can never completely, escape the impact of what emotions do to us. Our emotions have significant influence on our mood, motivations, behavior, and our ways of thinking. And that's really important, you guys. Our moods have a strong influence over the ways we think. So we experience dozens of negative and positive emotions throughout a single day, and our responses to these emotions determine our general mood, which consequently can and does most of the time, again, play a major role in our ability to feel focused and motivated. So while positive and uplifting emotions can, help us be more focused and concentrated, negative emotions leave us feeling discouraged, disinterested, or confused, and again, limit our ability to move forward. There's so many, well, there are many. There are actually quite a few solutions for promoting focus and motivation, and some of those are what we're going to talk about tonight. Some are more effective than others. Usually that's because each individual has a unique personality and a different set of experiences, so that different tactics to help different people promote focus and motivation in one person might not be as effective as for another person. It's always important to remember that some people struggle with focus and motivation more than others. Certain tasks can be difficult for some people, while other people find them really easy. It's so important to understand that it doesn't always have anything to do with the person's knowledge or ability. Often it can have plenty to do with where they're at that moment. I experienced that a lot, you guys. So again, just going from my sheet here, it says our sense of smell is one of the most miraculous ways that we experience our world around us. Even faint aromas or odors can engage our sense of smell and trigger a response. It's not just great and wonderful, pleasant aromas, you guys. When dude takes his shoes off and it's like getting out of the house. They're not always pleasant. Anyway, compared to animals, the human sense of smell is actually relatively weak, but our sensitivity to aromas and odors does still allow us to experience responses when we encounter these different scents. So, we don't often realize it, but our sense of smell does more than just detect aromas. In fact, a specific smell that we encounter has the potential to generate certain responses depending on how that aroma interacts with the individual's brain. Now, again, we're just going to cover really quickly how it is that our brain interacts with the aromas. And first of all, we have that where the point at which we inhale, and then that aroma, once inhaled through, is picked up by the olfactory receptors in the nose. And then the aroma is processed in the olfactory system, which controls our sense of smell. Neurons send nerve signals to the brain to identify that smell. And these are nerve cells, you guys. So this is actually a physical activity coming out of a sense of smell. Oh, I lost my cursor. Nerve signals transmit information from the olfactory system to the limbic system, where memories and emotions are stored. And again, where the adrenals are controlled. The limbic system produces a response from all of that. So the limbic system is giving us a response, which is going to be an emotion or a feeling or a memory or some energy. So how can essential oils promote feelings of focus? Chemical components that are found in essential oils can be useful for encouraging desired responses, and this is what we were talking about earlier, when you need not just yourself to respond, but perhaps you need the environment and those souls in that environment to respond also. Now, because focus has much to do with our emotional state, it can be impacted by our mood. And again, essential oils can provide safe, natural ways to promote feelings of focus. Let's go see if we can find the chemical properties. So, okay, we can't find the chemical properties yet, but let's see. Again, here are our diffuser blend for feelings and focus. So you've got basil and lavender. One drop of each in your protocol, whatever aromatic diffusers you're using. And then you've got 2 to 1 parts of lavender and bergamot to 1 part of lemon. And that's the same way you can see this, 1 part basil to 1 part lavender, even if you have a 6-drop well in your diffuser. Sorry, I'm sitting on a towel. You can split those into 3 and 3, or you can break things down again by the ratios here. Now, if you do have doTERRA balance, you're going to want to add, let's see, 2 to 3 drops of peppermint. You'll add 2 balance and 2 coriander, and another blend, spearmint, peppermint, and basil. You'll have 1 peppermint and basil to 2 spearmints. Now, essential oils and motivation. Let's see. Maybe I'll go back one here. No, we'll go ahead. Intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. We're talking about how plant aromas such as essential oils, how do they affect our motivation? And motivation is different from focus. While focus is going to be better affected when you alleviate or lift up your mood, motivation, on the other hand, motivation is found within. And there are 2 main areas within a soul that motivates. And those 2 areas are called intrinsic and extrinsic. And how can an essential oil affect the intrinsic or the extrinsic? And, really, your power here is going to be to learn what these are. Let me jump ahead real quick. Okay. So I'm going to read some things. And again, this stuff is in your PDF. If you are following along, let me see if I can find. No, I'm not going to. In the PDF ebook that you got, you will find this area on intrinsic and extrinsic motivation, and it will help you understand better. But really quickly, Intrinsic motivation is when internal factors cause a person to take certain actions or behave in a certain way. When someone does something for intrinsic reasons, it might simply be because the person wants to. In other cases, an individual may act out of intrinsic motivation because the person wants to reap the internal rewards, how it makes you feel. You'll find a lot of philanthropists do that. A lot of giving is motivated from intrinsic value, how it makes that soul feel when they've helped someone. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, is motivation to do something because of an external factor. In most cases, extrinsic motivation spurs from the desire for a reward or to avoid punishment or undesirable consequences. External factors like rewards, praise, punishment, money, social pressures, and the fear of disappointing others can easily create extrinsic motivations that lead us to do something. Now, how can essential oils help with this? If we're faced with a task that we're having difficulty starting, completing, or just flat tackling at all, how can essential oils help? Much like the way that essential oils help with calming and uplifting chemical properties, much like the way that essential oils with calming and uplifting chemical properties can be used to create an environment that is conducive to focus, there are many essential oils with uplifting, energizing, and invigorating properties that will help to promote a motivating environment. So we're looking at the difference between merely uplifting and uplifting with some energizing and invigorating properties. That is going to be your difference with your motivation. When you create an environment that invites feelings of motivation, enthusiasm, or energy, it's easier to get things done. Using essential oils to promote an uplifting or energizing atmosphere can help to engender feelings of confidence and inspiration for times when you feel like you need to accomplish an important task. And this is where essential oils can help with that motivation, changing something that might be extrinsic, like, oh, you've got to get your report done, you got to get your blog post done, and there's no real, what's your motivation? Yeah, in the end, you got to do it because you're going to get paid. But when you're right there in the moment and you're not feeling motivated, what are you going to do? This is where I especially use essential oils for the extrinsic to become intrinsic. In other words, for my motivation to be merely because this is what I love to do and I love to share it. My extrinsic can often be, let's say, honestly, I'm going to bring this down to some serious psychological levels really quick for us. Your intrinsic and extrinsic motivations, I want you to consider your social media. For all the likes, all the thumbs up, and all the comments, there's your extrinsic motivation. So my intrinsic motivation is not necessarily to get likes, comments, shares, but merely I feel good sharing this information with you guys. And when I woke up this morning, not so much. As much as I want to, that motivation I'm not making $100 by, sharing this with you, at least not yet. I hope that at some point, things that I share with you would help motivate you to check into the use of natural aromas in your daily use. And if there's any way that any of my affiliate companies that I work with can help you out, I appreciate that very much. That's how I am able to continue to afford to be able to share these things with you guys. It is not cheap and it is not easy to have a platform, especially in the way that I have. I've spent years developing this and learning software and with the disabilities that I have myself personally, it takes a long time. Essential oils and pain, one of these days we're going to talk about essential oils and pain, and that they're not really the end of the line for managing pain. The beginning of managing pain is managing the inside of the body. Essential oils are merely I'm not even sure exactly how to put it. They're just another way to take the edge off, let's say. But there are other ways that we absolutely have to deal with our pain. And my pain is much different than like arthritis. When you've got bone on bone, that's a different pain than an arthritic pain. So, well, maybe not, because all pain really is founded in inflammation. So that's really where even I go with my pain, is understanding the inflammation behind it. So anyway, gosh, I could get so unfocused. So diffuser blends for motivation. Whether you have the Monday blues, desperately need to finish a project, or just having a difficult time getting motivated, fuse an essential oil blend with uplifting and energizing essential oils, and that might just be everything you need. Try a few of these diffuser blends when you want to create a motivational atmosphere. Again, we're not so much intending for focus here as we are for energy with uplifting, because again, uplifting allows us to focus, and energy allows us to actually engage in that thing that we're so focused in doing. You got black pepper, frankincense, bergamot, Douglas fir. Again, you got two drops of frankincense. You'll put 1 black pepper, 1 bergamot, 1 Douglas fir, or 2 to 1 is a ratio. On your this blend here, your ratio to 3 is 3 parts grapefruit is 2 parts lime and 1 part Douglas fir. Over here you've got 1 part elevation, 2 parts lime, and 2 parts motivate. These are doTERRA blends. And then here you've got 3 parts cheer and 1 part citrus bliss. How to use essential oils for focus and motivation. I'm not sure where we're at. Let me look. Okay. So, let me go back one. So now that we've discussed the science of aroma and how essential oils can promote focus or motivation, let's dive into some specific ideas about which oils to use and how to apply them. Oftentimes, a sense of focus and motivation go hand in hand, especially when you need to reach a deadline, employ serious concentration, or accomplish something that's hard for us. Because essential oils are potent and powerful, because there is such a wide variety of oils, both uplifting and calming chemical profiles, there are endless options for using essential oils when you want to promote an environment for focus or motivation. And these are just some. So if you'll see here, we got bergamot. Oh, here, my mouse going. Bergamot, blue tansy, Douglas fir, grapefruit, fennel, lemon, lime, peppermint, tangerine, and wild orange. Again, the chemical constituents, I'm not exactly sure what they all are for uplifting, but we've got that listed in the group. And then we've got calming essential oils for when you want to get your mind to slow down, your thoughts to stop racing, so that maybe you just want to rest. Maybe you don't need to really focus on anything. Maybe you just want to stop the world for a moment, for a couple of moments, maybe 3 or 4 moments. Anyway, again, there's a vast number of oils to choose from here also. They all contain calming properties that can be useful for creating this calm environment. So when you're ready to use essential oils for motivation or focus, try some of those. Go back through this. Again, this presentation is in PDF form and more. That PDF goes on to the other areas that we're going to discuss, in like next week or maybe even the week after. But if you have any questions, please, I believe I will have links for contacts everywhere. You'll just have to find them. And that concludes our what we wanted to talk about tonight. Again, if any of you need to find yourselves oils or natural herbs, let me know. I do have a store. I have a couple of affiliate links with stores. I do work with other companies to be able to provide these things. And I want to show you real quick the PDF that I was talking about. Let me see if I can pull it up here. So the PDF that I was talking about is right here, and it is Focus, Motivation, and Essential Oils. Scroll through. You've got emotions, how they influence your quality of life. Got a little chart here, how internal and external experiences influence our emotions, how positive emotions can lead to focus, negative emotions can lead to discouragement and disinterest. Aromas in our mood, how they interact with our brain. There's that chart that I was telling you about. It's a little bit about the olfactory, limbic system, neurons and nerve signals. How they're individual. We're all, experience things different individually. This is a little bit more on the chart that I was telling you. I recreated this one a little bit. And and again, I wanted to get to intrinsic and extrinsic. And here we go. We're getting in chapter 2. Here are why certain chemicals promote focus, or these are the chemicals that encourage focus. Some of them are energizing and uplifting. And this is your chemical constituent that actually performs these activities. Combining essential oils with healthy habits to help promote a sense of focus. Okay, it's not just enough to use oils for focus, but often, find out what it is, the underlying reasons for why we've got the brain fog. Are you eating right? Taking care of yourself in other ways. This COVID lockdown, you guys, don't even try getting on yourself for being hard, because it gets to everybody in different ways. So motivation, essential oils and motivation. This is the part I just love. This I really understand the intrinsic and extrinsic motivations so well, and this is where it talks a little bit about it. And I see it as, the intrinsic motivation is your positive motivator. It's just what makes you feel good. It's just what you do, and there's no real reason other than you like it. And of course, extrinsic is going to be more negative. You'll find more negative in the extrinsic than you will in the intrinsic. Sometimes there might be a hint of positive in the extrinsic, but usually not so much. Anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a little show you a little bit what was in here. And these are some blends from doTERRA with some application ideas you might be interested in. Again, if so, if you want any of these oils, just come back to the group or sign up to any one of the lists that we've got, and you'll be able to contact me, and we'll be able to get you set up with some of that. Daily motivation and focus. Come and check out these different steps that you can add to your day. Some different activities to your morning. If you've got sluggish afternoons, those are just different ideas, tips, and whatnot. You have more oils for meditation, and I like to use these for prayer. And it's not unbiblical to have aromas going off while you're praying, because it's all over in, you know, the Torah, the temple practice. There's the incense that was burned. So it's a thing. It's a thing. Even God knows it's a thing. Well, I should say, especially God knows, since he created it. So anyway, that's that. Closing that. Ooh. Now I'm going to transition back to that. And that's that. So you guys, it's been great. I appreciate it. I will see you next week. We're still talking about calm and focus and motivation, and I'm going to have more tips on not just application uses and ideas, but also I believe I'm going to be looking into a little bit more about essential oils not being the only thing, the only practice in our day. That lifestyle has a lot to do with it too. So I was just going to touch on that a little bit, because it would be irresponsible of me if I didn't. Anyway, blessings to you all, and see you the next time here at the Hadassah Tree. Come back and see us. Bye-bye.